last few days I received a lot of messages, people asking me, why do I call this a Hindu? So watch this video and I'm going to show you why he's a Hindu.
When it comes to the miracles and the fadail of Imam Ali, obviously we know that we can speak about Imam Ali for centuries and centuries, but we won't be able to do justice to his fadail. Why? There's a hadith where the Prophet says that if all of the oceans in this entire universe were to turn into ink, and all the trees were to turn into pens, and the humans, jinns and angels will begin to sit down and write down the fadail of my cousin Ali, even then they won't be able to do justice to the fadail of Ali.
قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفد كلمات ربي.
Okay, so this freshie here is trying to say that I'm a Hindu because I recollected a narration from the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in which he stated that if all the trees in the world were to turn into pens, all the oceans into ink, and the humans and jinns began to write the merits of Ali alayhi salam, they wouldn't be able to, right? And then he's comparing that to a verse in Surah Luqman in the Quran and saying, look, he's taken an attribute of Allah and he's placing it towards Imam Ali alayhi salam. Okay, first point is this hadith has been narrated in Sunni and Shia sources, so it's not something that's limited to Shia literature. Secondly, both of these sources state that the Prophet said these words. So it's not me making these words up from my own accord. The Prophet said this. So for Shia references, as well as Ahl Sunnat, so we've got Bihar al-Anwar. It's narrated twice in there, in volume 28, page 197, and volume 35, page 8 and 9. And then in terms of other references that could be used within Sunni and Shia literature, we've got Kifayat al-Talib, page 123. Faraid al-Simtain, volume 1, page 16. We've got Irshad al-Qulub by Daylami, volume 2, page 209. We've got Hiliyat al-Abrar, volume 1, page 285. We've got Mizan al-Iqtidal, volume 3, page 466. We've got Lisan al-Mizan, volume 5, page 62. And we've got Ya Nabi al-Mawadda, volume 2, page 95, hadith number 70. So this is a narration that has been recollected many times by many muhaddithin. So if you're saying that these words that I said makes me a Hindu, when I quoted the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so then I guess your Prophet's also a Hindu then? Is that what you're trying to say? The fact that your Prophet is already bewitched, he's illiterate, he's suicidal, he's scared, he's forgetful, he's delirious, you may as well make him a Hindu as well. What difference does it make? And the verse that he quoted, which is in Surah Luqman, verse number 27, if we look here, Tafsir Burhan, Fi Tafsir al-Quran by Allama Hashim Bahrani, what does he say? Imam al-Askari alayhi salam said what? That the words of Allah in this verse, whose virtues are not understood or investigated, are us. We are the Ahlul Bayt, are the words of Allah. And Imam Ali alayhi salam said, I am the word of Allah in this verse. Plus also we have many narrations where Amir al-Mu'mineen has been referred to as Ainullah, he's been referred to as Lisanullah, he's been referred to as Udhnullah, he's been referred to as Wajhullah, he's been referred to as Yadullah. He's had all these things that we mention. They are not literal, they are metaphorical, as in Ali alayhi salam's hand is the justice of God, his eyes are the justice of Allah, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't hold limbs, body parts. However, according to your Ahl Sunnat books, what does it state? That Allah has a foot, he has a leg, he has a shin, he has two right hands, he has curly hair, he has a clean shaven face, he sits on a throne. You know, you guys disrespect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so much by giving him physical attributes, and then on top of that you're trying to say that, oh look, you're giving an attribute of Allah from the Quran to Imam Ali when it was the Prophet who said it, and the Prophet only speaks revelation. Educate yourself, bro. Oh, by the way, immigration is coming, get ready.
So I'd like you to put your hands like that for me, please. Out of you in front of you like this.
I will not do it.
Just keep explaining to you. No, at the moment, sir. Just put your hands up here for me. All right.
I got all the
Sir, just keep explaining to you.
I come to the home office process.